Welcome, welcome. Yes, sir. We're back in it. Putting in those reps. Anybody tuning in, let me know how the stream's looking. I changed a couple of settings on the camera. I think I was according to the internet, I was streaming in a format that was too much. The quality is too high for the internet connection. So testing. This is a trial. Everything is trial and error, man. Everything is trial and error. So I left it up. I left up the last two streams from yesterday, even with the mistakes. You know, I didn't edit out any parts because last time I tried to do that, I ended up deleting a big part of a 3-hour video. So I figured the mistakes could probably help people out. It could probably show that nothing is perfect. You know, this is not rehearsed. We're coming on here to cook up from scratch on the samplers. So let me know if the video's lagging, if the sound quality is bad. I'm trying to make sure that we're coming through live and direct with the top quality that I'm able to offer right now. More changes will be coming as the channel keeps growing, as you guys keep supporting. Obviously I'll be able to do more camera angles, better stream qualities if it's lacking right now. I'm just trying to see you know, what are the points that could use improvement, you know. Any questions you guys have, feel free to put them in the chat. Sometimes they spark the direction of where this stream could go. Otherwise, I'm just gonna go through my process. A lot of things, if you check out the streams, will be repetitive, but repetition is the key to mastery. And the more you put in those reps, the better you're gonna get. And that goes for anything, right? So production and music and all of this process can teach you more than just how to make dope songs, dope beats. So yeah, let me know where y'all tuning in from. I like to know where my supporters are from. Who are the people that like this content? If you like this content, obviously leave a like if that's, you know, in your heart to do so. It's not a requirement. But thank you guys for joining in on this Monday morning. We live and direct from Queens, New York. FREEPLAY, cooking up on the MPC 2000 XL and the Ensoniq ASR 10. Two legendary samplers. Let's get it. Let's get it. From Poland, my boy Fish. My dog, always supporting the channel. I see you. What time is it over there, Poland? What time was the time? Peace, peace. Oud Wood 214. Peace, peace to you too, my brother. And feel free to correct me, if I say my boy and you're a female, it's all love. I just figured it's mostly a lot of guys that geek out over samplers, but I seen some shorties killing it too. We all inclusive. This is all inclusive. I got my coffee ready. Oh, it's 5 p.m. in Poland? Oh man, so that's after work hours. You see? So don't let the time stop you. Cause it's 11 a.m. in New York, and I'm like, everybody's at work. They at school. They're not gonna check out my stream. That's not a fact. I got Fish, one of my primary supporters, locked in from Poland. Yo, so it's true that Yachty took the walk to Poland? How he got the walk over there? I got my alarm going off, so I might be able to stream for like an hour. I gotta go get a physical. Gotta stay on top of your health. I'm having my coffee right now. I just came to make sure that the stream is good, is live. We're gonna be back on though. Right after, I'm gonna come back on. I'm gonna keep chopping it up. I'm gonna keep getting better at these samplers, and I'm gonna keep bringing you guys the process. So far, it's been so much love, so much support. It's been so many people tuning in, and right when everyone's tuning in, I gotta go. I gotta do something, man. That's life. I wish I could stay on all day. Oh, y'all got the budget lean in the apothecary, but I think doing anything related to walk is worse than the worst. Yeah, man. They don't mess with that lean here either in the United States. It's a cough, obviously, it's a cough syrup, so it became a recreational drug, but that's very frowned upon here too. But I just thought that song was mad funny, and the effects on his vocals was legendary. I'm a big Yachty fan, man. I love his flow. I love his versatility. But yeah, man, that we got Poland in the house, so that was like the only reference I could make. But shout out to you, Fish. But yeah, Yachty's a menace for that, man. But yeah, we having a cup of coffee. Normally, what I would do is I would turn on my record player, but I told you I was trying to scratch on the Gemini. The Gemini, it's funny as hell, man. It's true. That's a funny ass song. But yeah, I had a Gemini turntable that was gifted to me by my boy Jesse Rothman. Shout out to Jesse Rothman, the owner of the Penthouse Recording Studio in Times Square, New York. He gave me a turntable when he saw that I got a MPC 2000 XL. So it was a gift, man. I've been blessed. My friends have always supported me. They always given me nice musical gifts that just push. Shout out to me for the daily live streams. Yeah, man, we trying. We got the equipment up, so I feel like anytime I'm able to, I'm gonna be streaming, man. The goal is to just be streaming all the time, chopping up the samples all day, making bangers, or at least trying to get to a banger. You gotta make 10 whack beats to get to one good beat. That's the way I feel about it. But yeah, man, we here. So yeah, I broke my turntable. Right now I would be listening to records while I'm having a coffee, maybe picking up around the house. Depends what needs to get done. Like I told y'all before, I look at life as a just checklist of things I gotta do so I could get to the samplers. The goal is always to be right here making music, listening to music, talking to the community, spreading knowledge, because this is the future. You know what I mean? The future is we could create. When I'm not live streaming, you guys should be creating if that's what you want to do. You know what I mean? Like if you're a producer, take whatever gems you learn here and apply it to your process, because that's what I do. I look at everybody. I don't care if you got a plaque, a Grammy. I look at producers, anybody, any age. They could be younger than me. They could be older. I'm trying to learn something. You can learn something from anybody. You can learn something from anybody at any level. What keyboard is that? The Bloomberg Terminal or some? This keyboard right here. The typing keyboard. This what you talking about, Fish? This one, the one with the colors. I don't know. This keyboard is just this is a keyboard cover. This is an Ableton shortcut keyboard cover. If that's because if you're saying Bloomberg Terminal, I'm thinking that it's probably this keyboard, not the MIDI. This is just an Apple numerical keyboard, the wired one. I like it because it has the USB ports, so it gives me 2 extra USB ports. This I got it a long time ago. I think this is when I had Ableton 9, because these shortcuts, some of them apply to Ableton, some don't. And then I like the way it feels on top of the keyboard. So you could get, and this, I'm not sponsored, but kbcovers.com. Let me see if you could see it. It's just the letter KB. You could barely see it though. But yeah, it's KB. K as in karate, B as in boy. Oh nah, if it was for trading, I wish, man. My girl's trying to make me be a trader, but I can't. I don't know, man. I could, but I'm still like obsessed with the production of music. So nah, this is just a shortcut. You could get on KB Covers, they got shortcuts for FL. They got shortcuts for Logic probably on there, or Pro Tools, but I was using Ableton Heavy at the time. Yeah, man. Nah, trading is fire, man. Yo, if y'all know how to do that, put me on. I'll pay to learn that. You know what I'm saying? I'll pay somebody to teach me like what's the way, cuz Bitcoin, crypto, all that's the future, man. We talking future here. We talking future, That's fire to see, man, that I got a community that's, multifaceted, multidisciplinary too, is what they say, right? But yeah, what I'm thinking is, since I don't got that much time, we could probably chop up a drum loop. If there's something that you guys want to see on the ASR, let me know. Oh, you learning how to day trade? That's dope, Fish. That's going up too, man. Channels that talk about that go up crazy on YouTube, cause everybody's trying to teach each other whatever they're skilled at. That's why I feel like, even the colleges, man, they got less enrollment now, cause you could just each one teach one. You know what I mean? Each one teach one. That's how we gonna keep going. Whatever I know, I could pass it on. You could be nicer. You could become nicer, and then whatever you know, you could pay it back, pay it forward. You know what I mean? Yeah, man, we have similar interests, bro. Music, instruments, books, gaming, trading. I'm into those same things, man. I got the guitar. That's one of my instruments. I like to read. Gaming, I sold my PS4 a couple of years ago, but I like gaming. I'm just not that good at it. And I also like film. I like filmmaking. I like cameras. I like taking pictures. I like actual film and video. That's also, besides just making the channel look dope, Yeah, man, the barter system. Pay knowledge with knowledge. Yes, sir. And I hope, as the channel keeps growing, that the people that come in here can network with each other. I saw some of that happening already, and if that could be part of it, then I'm all for it. You guys should try to follow each other on social media, network if it makes sense, right? It's not a requirement, but if it makes sense, connect. That's how you're gonna keep moving forward in this game. Network. You got a guitar, digital piano, and you're trying to learn music theory. I want to try taking pictures this summer too. Yeah, man. If you got an iPhone, man, you start there. That's how I started, and then I bought $100 Canon A1. Let me see if I can find it. I got this on eBay. It's a Canon A1. It's a film. There's some film in there right now, but I gotta change the battery. It's like a hybrid. So it's like, let me see if it comes into focus. There we go. It's a film camera. So that's another hobby. That's how I stay inspired, you know what I mean? You got your dad's camera that I'm planning on using. Yeah, that's how I started. I used to take my mom's film camera. She used to have those automatic film cameras. It's not as old as this one. That was in the 2000s, in the 90s. I used to go through her film, her negatives. The smell of film is like vinyl to me. I've always liked formats. Like, I like floppy disks. That's why I got floppies, and I still use the floppy on the ASR 10. I love film cameras and the smell of film. You fall in love with things because you like all aspects of it. You know what I mean? So even if I'm not getting paid, I'm still making beats. I'm still gonna shoot my camera. I don't need to be a professional photographer to enjoy a hobby. Same thing goes for you guys. Just because you're not getting placements, just because you're not having people rap on your stuff or sing on your beats, just do it for the love. Everything else will fall into place. If that's what, if that's what's meant for you. No one could hold you back, only yourself. So, put in the reps. I want to also work on my writing, screenplays, you know what I mean? I got some ideas in my head that you just got to put it on paper, you know what I mean? So right now the focus is on this channel because I see the community growing. Every day there's somebody locked in, learning, watching, checking out the process. But yeah, man, let's get into it. So I'm gonna share my screen. I sold one beat in my whole music career, mostly due to not putting anything out and not being consistent, but I still do it after 8+ years. That's how it goes, man. Last beat I sold, I don't sell on BeatStars. I tried that, but I didn't feel like it was for me. Last beat I sold was about a year ago to One Shot Deals. Shout out to One Shot Deals from Harlem. He used to open up for DMX. Dope rapper, dope artist. Not even just a rapper. He's a dope artist. He bought one of my beats. He's actually rapped on a few of my beats. But if you can't, you can look him up. One Shot Deals. He bought the last beat I sold, and I still keep making music, man. And I've been at it for when did I start making beats like that? I would say 2012. I really locked in. Yeah, 2012 was when I locked in heavy. So it's been about 14 years. 14 years going hard. 15. I used to play the alto saxophone in middle school. I used to play the guitar. I still play the guitar in high school. And then I started making beats. Started with Reason and FL. Sony Acid. I used to download instrumentals off of Napster. And I used to rap into Sony Acid and put my voice over beats. Like Biggie Smalls, Eminem type beats, or their beats, not type beats. There wasn't no type beats then. You could get the instrumental, and we would mess around. And out of everybody in my family or my group of friends, I was always the nerd that was trying to figure out how to record things. Once I figured out you could use a computer to make music, I was downloading any program I could get my hands on. I was looking in the forums. Shout out to the forums. The MPC forum, I was in there soaking up knowledge. The Home Recording Studios forum. Gear Sluts, they changed the name. But Gear Sluts, I was in there. all day, reading. Whenever I was at work or school, I was reading forums, looking up stuff that I didn't know how to figure out. Why is my microphone delayed? What headphones do I need to get? What computer do I need to get next? I was geeking out, man. I was geeking out. And that was before I started taking things seriously. 2012, I got an iMac 27-inch. I got Logic 9 on that. I got Reason in there. I had battery, I think. And then I got the machine. And it hasn't stopped. It hasn't stopped since then. You could take little breaks here and there, but it hasn't stopped. Yeah. Yo, Nino, what up, man? What up? NPC forums was spreading misinformation back then too. That was part of the jig, you know? That was part of the jig. It was like you used to tell people that was looking for information because they wanted you to do your own research. Like they wanted you to go and read the manual. I remember, yo, the main person I remember from the NPC forums, shout out to him, is Lamp Dog. Some dude named Lamp Dog. He knew so much, but he would troll you before he gave you the information. And I was afraid to ask. I would search and I would read the answers that other people would ask, because you will get bullied in the NPC forums. This was before YouTube tutorials, man. Shout out to Lamp Dog if he's still around, man. You a real one if you know who Lamp Dog is from the NPC forums. Yup. I know you know Nino. I know you run through the same circles that I probably did when I was trying to learn this stuff, man. And then my boy Al True West too. He used to be F Major, I think, on the internet, on the YouTube. I was looking at his stuff. He was more peaceful with it. That's why I used to mess with his channel more, cause he was mad nice. Like he was he's still a nice person, but his approach was like mad, like, all right, he's not gonna be mean and stuff. But yeah, man, those forums weren't for the weak, man. What is it called now? Gear? It's not Gear. It's not Gear Sluts anymore. But yeah, when I tell people that are learning now, the people that are a little bit younger, shout out to anybody that's learning, man. Yeah, Mike Dean would be in the forums. Who else? There was a few people too that was in there. Mike Dean, a couple of other people from the Kanye camp would be in there. And he would tell you too. Like Mike Dean will give up the vocal chain. He'll tell you what vocal chain they were using, but you couldn't really know, like. But yeah, man, those were the places where you would actually get people that had authority to speak on these things, giving you knowledge. And if you didn't use a search bar, they will get tight at you because you're asking the same question all the time. I try not to take that approach, because I remember when I was learning, yeah, Kev Brown, oh my goodness. His channel was crazy. Seeing his process inspired me to get an MPC also. Kevin Brown. I think he got locked in with Ninth Wonder at one point, right? And that's inspirational too. Ninth was on FL getting placements with Beyonce and Jay-Z before he got on the 2500. Shout out Ninth Wonder. Also an inspiration of why I got a 2500. But yeah, man. I was watching the playback of yesterday's stream. It was a little choppy. Let me know if it's coming through like good now. I think I changed my frame rate and the format that I'm using on the Sony FX30. Let me know if y'all getting a good transmission. DJ Design out. That's the most pure sample-based producer content you can find. I'm gonna check him out, man. Yeah, for sure. DJ Design. You could put his channel up. Tag him in a post, maybe the @ and anybody check him out, man. With like 5 records and takes like 3 hours just to find kicks. No predetermined stuff. Yeah, that's why I have the MPC right now loaded with the same samples I've been using like in the last couple of days. It's like a Toronto pack. That Iceman album got me inspired too, man. It's good to be inspired by new stuff coming out as well. But I like to have some sounds just to like, if I do get into damn, I don't know where to start. But that's the wave, man. Like I when I made the first video on this channel, which was that creative process blog, I got flagged. And then after that, I think there was a video that I did. I was trying to chop a drum break, and YouTube just muted my audio because it said I didn't have a clearance for that. Yeah, no, that's the wave, man. That's the wave. I do that. I do beats like that sometimes too. I wish I could show you guys. I think I mentioned it before. I got this Amazon is a cubicle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, all filled with vinyl, and then right in front of me I got another one. It's all mostly soul records, gospel, and a lot of Latin records, like a lot of salsa records, a lot of old school salsa records that was gifted to me by my girl's dad, her uncle, rest in peace. When he passed away, he left a crazy collection. The man had soul. I got Stevie Wonder in the Key of Life, the original pressing in there. Shout out to them. And I be looking for kicks. You can find kicks in a lot of there's a lot of soul records. This specific group is I'm going blank right now. Is MS or MSFM. I'm drawing a blank, but they got a dope drummer that I like. Anytime I see his name on a record, I always try to sample them. But it's inspiring to see, yeah. Now that's the way, man. You get a kick from one record, a snare from another record. You're not even using loops, and then you know the crunchiness of your chain. A lot of times, if you got your DJ mixer, I love the Vestax PMC 05. The one that Premiere uses, that's my dream mixer. And the Technics 1200 with a Shure M44 cartridge. That's the holy grail right there. Yeah, maybe my bit rate is too high. Okay. I've been trying to mess around with bit rate. I don't. That's foreign to me a little bit. So I think I'm at 23,500 kbps. Is that bad? Like, where should I be at? If you guys know, let me know. Disco Records is the way for kicks and snares. Yeah, disco is crazy. They got dope snares there. I got this one time at a dollar bin at what was it, Salvation Army. I think I paid 50 cents for this record. It has a bunch of percussion, you know what I'm saying? So you don't even have to go through sample packs. I'm just trying to figure out a format on YouTube that works without getting muted. Yeah, the Rain TTM 56. That's the one that the Alchemists be using. I was looking at that one too. Okay, so he's on the Rain now. That's good. Is that the one that has the Serato? That it could connect to Serato? Okay. I think I'm gonna just keep chopping it up with you guys, cause I gotta leave I gotta get off like at 11:45 to make it to my physical. I got a doctor's appointment today. Try lowering video bit rate though. So I'm at 23,500 kbps. Is there a number like that would work better? $23,500. I think that's what YouTube suggested, but yeah, that's what I was looking at too. The 57 got the Serato, but the 56, they look the same, but the 56, like you said, nothing digital. That's why I got this MG12. The XU has a digital reverb section, and it has digital effects, but I didn't want that. I wanted just a analog path. So this is the Yamaha MG12. It's not the best sounding mixer, but it was like what was in my budget at the time. Let me try I don't know, 10,500 kbps. I'm gonna switch it, see if it helps. And it's crazy because the YouTube studio is telling me the stream health is excellent. So that's why it's good to ask you guys. Lawrence, what up, man? You also got the Rain. You got the Rain mixer, the DJ mixer. I was getting into the DJ swag, man. I bought the DDJ FLX 10 and I sold it. Bad experience selling it on Facebook Marketplace. But and then I had the DDJ FLX 4. Just learning how to DJ. I wasn't, then I started messing with the Gemini with a record box vinyl, and I tried to scratch on it and I broke the turntable. Oh, you got that record too? That's crazy. I found that record in a bin, in a dollar bin. You got the Allen and Heath mix with, let me read it off my phone because I can't read it off my screen. Mix with 3/16:2 because I needed the direct outs. I multi-track everything and hate overdubs. I want to hit play on box and get it all separated without repass. Yeah, that's a fact, man. That's my goal right now too. I was looking at getting the Ferro Fish. I used to have the RME, the UFX Plus with Maddie, and I had a Maddie. Let me lower this music background, getting a little annoying. I just wanted something for you guys when y'all came in, but yeah. So I used to have the RME UFX Plus, the Maddie version. So with that, I used to be connected to an Orion, Antelope Audio Orion 32 ins. I had the Orion connected via Maddie. Yes, the Ferro Fish. That's my next goal because I believe it's the same company RME. It's just the arm to RME. Yes, sir. RME, top of the top, man. Some of my favorite converters. Some of the best recordings I have are from that interface. I like the Apollo. The Apollo isn't too shabby. It's a good for portable, and I like also recording direct when I'm doing vocals. The Rosetta, man, Apogee. Woo, you bringing back memories, brother. Yes, sir. Yeah, I used to have I started on the Apogee Duet Firewire. That was my first serious interface. I paid $4.99 for it, I believe. And then my mastering engineer, Dan Walker, he's based out of Brooklyn right now. He's originally from Australia. He put me onto the Rosetta 800. He had a studio in Brooklyn called Submarine Studios, and he was rocking the Rosetta 800. He's moved on from it now, but he always told me that's some of the best. Some of the best stuff he had was that Apogee. He's partner now. I've been using Ferro for years. It's the best bang per channel. Yes, you told me that before too. I know it was. I recall now too. You telling me like to get multiple outputs, go with the Ferro Fish. This must have been like 2 years ago, Nino. I think you put me on you commented on one of my videos, and I always remember that. You planted that seed. Yeah, you could save money by having that plug, man. I love Apogee converters, man. Yo, A Major Keys, my brother. Thank you for rocking with me, man. I just came on for like a quick hour just to talk, see who was up. I got my boy Fish here from Poland, so I was like, yo, you never know, man. You never know. You could get on at any time. I don't have time to chop anything right now. I'm just gonna, you know, get to know you guys a little better. I got a physical. I gotta go to doctor's appointment. Health is wealth, man. Stay on top of your health, especially as we get older. I'm nearing my 40s. This year I turned 40 years old. Believe it or not. Thank you, my brother. Thank you. It's good to be here. I was telling the guys, man, this new way of approaching it, instead of making edited videos, I like being on here and just doing things live. After my doctor's appointment, I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna cook up. I think today I have a pretty open schedule, so I should be able to stream, maybe, a long stream later when I come back, have some lunch and get back on here, start cooking up for real. Right now I'm just testing the camera, cuz I changed up the kbps on OBS. Now it's showing me that I'm at 10,000. I think it's good now. Let me know. It's good to be live, man. I've had a rough year and a half, but things are finally falling into place. I'm at 10,500 kbps. I'm hoping it's not lagging anymore. Lawrence, I'm trying to get a VS 2480, the Roland. Yeah, that's the one Kanye, or one of the ones that Kev Brown used to use as my studio mixer. It has a patch bay matrix, so you can get wild with routing multiple samplers in different configurations, then multi-track, then even arrange. Yeah, I know Kanye used one of the VS's, and that's how he used to do it. That's when we had ADAT. I'm getting ready to work out myself. Yeah, man, the gym. The gym is important. Get your body moving, man. Weight training if you can. You feel good. I be on the elliptical getting ideas. Okay, it looks good. It's not lagging anymore. Thank you, Nino. You helped me, man. You helped me right now by telling me to lower the kbps. And I'm using the Sony FX30 with a Sigma lens. It's dope, man. It's a Sigma art lens, the new one, the 17 to 7. What is it? I think 70 or 17 to 40. I don't know. Just in case you guys are trying to have a similar setup. I don't have any lighting. I mean, I have this lamp right here. I got my my shades open, so I got the natural light from outside coming in, and I do got this little. It looks kind of like a little book lamp. So it's not no professional video lighting, but good camera, decent. I mean, a good lens, a good camera, and then I got the Elgato, the 4K X, whatever the most expensive capture card. That's been my most major investment, man. Just to get you guys the best quality I can. I had a Shure SM7. I'm using the Heel, the PR30. If you know about this mic, let me know in the comments. Legendary mic. I had a SM7B. I let my brother-in-law hold on to it because he loves that mic and he want to make music with it. So I let him rock with it. Yeah. Some of that stuff is digital, right? On the VS2 2480. That's why I never went that route, to be honest. But I'm not knocking it because hits were made. Kev Brown was rocking that for a while too. I want to start going live streaming again, but I definitely need another computer. Okay. What computer you got, A Major? But I definitely recommend. I'm using the M1 Pro. I got it on back market. I bought a second hand, but it's been good. It's been rocking good since 2023, and I think it's doing all right. I don't have a direct connection too, so it's Wi-Fi, so I think that also doesn't help me. But I want to get a direct line. Once the channel starts growing, I'm gonna get a direct fiber optic line, so that it's just Ethernet cable. That's the best way to stream. I know that for a fact. But I'm just trying. I'm working with what I got. The last two videos are choppy because my camera settings were off. My kbps, like these are these are terms that I don't know because I'm an audio guy. I'm not a video guy, and that's not an excuse. But I'm always try. I'ma always try. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, if you start live streaming A Major, I'm tuning in, bro. One hand washes the other. Two hand wash the face. You know what I'm saying? So I'ma support you. Whenever I'm on the elliptical, I can't stream, so I'm gonna be watching you guys. Okay. You got the HP. Yeah, I haven't been on Windows for a while. But I know now with the silicon chips, any Apple M1 Pro or better, you should be good. These laptops, they don't overheat. They don't even got fans, so you don't got noise. That's why I mainly got it. I love Apple because once I got the iMac, I started Logic and it don't crash on me. And then when they came out with the M1 and there's no fan, before I had a laptop, I used to get fan noise, especially if you're using a condenser microphone. You're going to get a lot of fan noise. So once this computer came out with the M1 chip, no fan, I was sold right away. I got a second hand though. I paid like $1,900 for my laptop. Knew it would have cost me like close to $3,000 with the setup. It's only a 1 terabyte, 16 megabyte of RAM, but this computer is a beast. It's one of the best investments I made in my music. A cool Yamaha digital mixer is like the O2R because you can run ADATs, light pipe out directed. Yeah. The O2R, I think I've seen that one. And I used to work a lot with the Yamaha Live mixer, but that thing, man, the interface on that shit, I mean, it's too much for my brain. I couldn't learn it. The LS12, I think it was called, the LS20, something like that. Yamaha LS. That's for live music. Those mixes are those are war machines, bro. If you come across that mixer and you have the capacity, the technical know-how to learn how to use that, first of all, you're gonna make money because it's still an industry standard. And second of all, bro, I seen those mixers get wet in a storm, and there's because I used to do live sound for like the governor of New York, a rally. There would be a musicians playing like a live band. And when I'm telling you, I seen this mixer get splashed with water, rain just come out of nowhere during a parade and still keep rocking. I'm like, I didn't know electronics like that could get wet. That's a good mixer, man. The Yamaha, I'm going to look it up. I think it's the LS12. If you guys know what mixer I'm talking about, put it in the comments. Let me see. Yamaha. I'm Google LS9. I think it was. Nah, it might have been. That's a bigger version of it. Yeah, it is. It's the LS9, the 16 channel one. See, like there's one on Reverb right now for $780. Yamaha LS9 16 channel, 2011 to present. Man, you want a mixer that's never gonna break? Get a Yamaha LS9. That's the industry standard. So you can make money with that mixer. You got to learn how to use it. It's digital, but it has everything on there. I contemplated on getting one for the studio. Your grandfather was a recording engineer for 50 years, so I had a Command 24 in my bedroom as his work from home studio. Yeah, brother. So you come from that lineage, man. You got it. He passed the torch. He passed the torch onto you. Probably gave you the bug, the audio bug. We always talk about it in the circles of producers. Like once you get bitten by that bug, man, that's it. You're gonna be doing audio forever, even if it's just a hobby. For me, I remember walking into my cousin's room and he had like a ham radio. If you guys know what ham radio is, it's like, you know, like those radios that the intercoms, you would be able to connect them and talk to people on that. And then he also had a Casio keyboard where he could sample his voice to it. And I was like amazed as a little kid. He wasn't a musician. He just had these little gadgets. He liked that stuff. My cousin Heathcliff, he's out in Miami now, in the Miami area. But you those childhood moments, that inspires you. I remember one substitute teacher in my public school here in Queens, New York. He brought an MPC 60. Some dude. He brought an MPC 60, and that's been ingrained forever in my brain. So I needed to get a sampler. I needed to do this audio stuff. I love microphones, and sometimes you get self-conscious of your voice, but it's important to put yourself out there, you know what I mean? And get comfortable talking into the mic, talking into the camera. I'm looking at the screen for the chat, so my girl's always like, look at the camera. But sometimes if you're not doing a scripted video, it's hard to like just be looking at a black a mirror there, like the camera lens. I'd rather look at what you guys are typing. Yeah, I think he had a SK1. It wasn't the little one. It was like a bigger one. Like it had a bunch of effects on it. I remember him being able to sample on it. So you was ignorant. You just wanted to produce. I left so much knowledge on the table. Now you always got time to get more knowledge. So I'm sure your grandfather's proud of what you've been doing so far. Yeah, I didn't get to see a lot of tape, but I got to I saw a lot of the machines, but they weren't in use. When I started as an intern, I interned at Chung King Studios. So if you're from New York and from that era, you know about Chung King. That was my first internship. That studio was my first internship. And they had students there, but that's it. We was in the Pro Tools era in 2012. So by the time I got to the studios, it was over. It was over for tape. And it was all hip hop going to a 2-track. They had the consoles. They connecting the consoles to a 2-channel mixer, Lawrence, MTV Music Generator on PS1. That was set up in an electronics store. I was stuck on that thing for over an hour. Yeah. That's dope, man, for you guys to put, like, what inspired you to get into sampling? What inspired you, like, even from a kid? I got pictures of me as a little kid. I'm going to try to see if I can find it. Holding a keyboard. I used to walk around with a keyboard. Let me see if I got something on my Instagram. And I was just like, my mom was like, yo, you wouldn't let go of the keyboard. Like, you would walk around with that thing. There's some here. I'm trying to see if I can find that pic. Maybe I took it down. I'm always posting stuff and taking it down. Yeah, I can't find it. When I do. Yeah, but yeah, there's mad moments. Illmind and them used to be at Chung King. He probably was. By the time I got there, though, it was a lot of. I remember Cudi was there. Kid Cudi came for a session. And who's this? This producer. I always forget the producers when I get on the live stream, man. The names. It was he produced a lot of stuff for Amy Winehouse and Nas. And I hate it because it sounds like Salam Remy. Salam Remy was there a lot. Salam used to pull up. He used to request, or he used to bring his 4000 and a rack of 8 Neves. 8 original Neve rack, and work on productions there. That's when I saw, I'm like, yo, this dude produced for Nas and Amy Winehouse. Like, you need to get an MPC and you need to master that. He was working with the best microphones, the best preamps all the time. Shout out to Salam Remy. Dope producer. I got to see, I was an intern, so I was just doing errands. I wasn't there like soaking up as much knowledge as I could, because you got to leave them in the room and You come back if they need water or whatever. They want you to go grab their lunch. But yeah, Chungking, I was at the last iteration of that studio. Then I went on to work at Quad Studios and then at the Terminus, which is now the Penthouse Recording Studios. Yeah, man, the 4K. We was talking about the 4K yesterday, man. That's a beast. I think it's the last of the MPCs that was like, to me, in that era was like that was the pinnacle. Cause the 5000, I think they dropped the ball on that. Yeah, last MPC. Everybody that owns a 4K and knows how to use it, same thing. They always say the same thing. So I have no doubt. The 2000 XL was like my first, and then I feel like I still can't move on because I haven't mastered it. I know how to chop drums all day on it, but I feel like I haven't tapped into the full potential of it. So me getting something else is just avoiding the fact that I got to master my machine. You know, so I stopped there, but you know, I was contemplating at one point getting a 3000. Mad bread, but I love the look. That's my favorite looking MPC, the 60, the original 60, and the 3000. And then the 2000 XL, obviously, it grew on me. The XL grew on me, but the look that I liked was the 3000 and the 60. But yeah, man, I'm about to get on. I'm tempted to leave the stream running and come back, but I might just stop and start it again. For those that are here, if y'all do keep y'all notifications on, if it doesn't get in the way of y'all live, I'm gonna be back on. When I get back from my doctor's appointment. I don't know if they're gonna do any blood work. Mad details, but that's life, man. I'm about to be 40 in October, so I gotta stay on top of my health. And I was dealing with a lot of depression after losing my father in 2024. So now I'm back. Like feeling like my normal self again, kind of. Still hits hard, but I'm here. Like you guys are giving me a lot of strength, you know, to keep this going. Last MPC, it's the best MPC in my opinion. I could have had any, but it's the different one of them all. You can use 2000 XL and just do the same on most 4Ks. Yeah, man, 4K has a synthesizer in it, right? That's why it was slept on, because it doesn't operate like any other MPC. I used the 2K XL exclusively for years. It's very simple, so I got limited in what I could do. Yeah, I got limited. When I got limited, that's when I went on the forum and people was like, you need a ASR. You can't chop melodic samples on the 2000 XL that much. And you can't do that loop and create instruments on the XL that well. Like you can't make a piano like 61 key. So that's why I got the ASR 10. So you need two machines to do what probably the 4K could just do it all by itself. Yeah, the sound of the 2K is always like a subject. They say the original 2K sounds better than the XL, but I do like the way that the XL works. My personal workflow. Yeah, so it sits in the closet. I hustled and bought one of them before I had a car though, so I never saw. Yeah, no, it's a good. That's, bro. You preaching right now like in a good way, cause I agree with all those statements that you just said. You got your ASR for free? Damn. That's better than, I thought I caught a deal. I bought a Motif 6 and the guy gave me the ASR to close the deal. Damn, Nino. Where you get deals like that at, man? Where you from, Nino? Where you from? You in the U.S.? What state? Shout out your city, man. We got Poland in the house. My boy Fish. That's a crazy deal, man. That's a crazy deal. Free ASRs, man. You know what? This is one last story that I'll say before I leave. Back when the digital age started coming in, my one of my mentors, and also like he was a studio manager at Terminus when I was an intern. Christian Rutledge, dope artist. He sings. He's a singer-songwriter and a drummer, crazy drummer. He told me when they switched over to digital, back in the day, all the radio stations, all the studios, they were throwing out their Pultecs and giving away their Neumanns, like for cheap or even just free. Like there were radio stations that would be like, we have a studio liquidation, come to the station. And this dude from Apple I used to work with, he got a free Neumann U87, a vintage Neumann U87, because everybody was going digital. So you got to find those pockets in time. I don't think we'll ever see that again. Pultecs, original Pultecs, go for like above 5K. They were putting them on the sidewalk in New York. All the studios were getting rid of their analog gear. You could find deals. You could get free stuff. You know what I'm saying? And that, what a time, man. What a time if you were able to catch something like that. But yeah, man, I'll leave you guys with that anecdote. And I'll see you guys when I get back. When I get back, I'm gonna be back in a couple of hours, and I'm gonna keep chopping it up, and we'll get to making some music. Everything goes in cycles. Yes, sir, Lawrence. That's true. When we get back, let's see what cycle we in. What cycle we in? What cycle you guys think we in? Is boom back coming back? Or are we stuck with the trap drums? Is it a combination of both? Now I see a lot of records from the 90s getting sampled. That wasn't a thing because we were in the 90s, obviously. So people were sampling the soul records and the disco records. Now I see a lot of 90s. Nino, you from LA. Shout out to the West Coast, man. LA. It's early out there. 8 a.m. Nino's up grinding. Oh, you in Texas now? Okay. Word up. Shout out to Texas, man. I got a homie in Austin. My boy Justin Rodriguez. He's a dope engineer. And my boy Gil. He lives in they both in Austin, Dallas kind of area. But yeah, I gotta make my way out to Texas. And I ain't been in LA since 2007, so I don't even know what's going on over there. But yeah, I'm gonna come back and rock with you guys, man. Thank y'all for popping in. I'll be back on later. We'll be cooking up.